Shalom. This is Ariel Yashar Dire in the Lions Den Camp, the brother of Shar, also from the Lions Den Camp. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Father, and to the Son, and the Paleo Hebrew tongue. Good. Call, Halaya, La, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah. Shalom and double honors to the elders and apostles of your millstone who rule well and teach well. A double honor to our elders as well down here in the Lions Den Camp, a hard one by Yasharallah. And it's a sit the water to the Akim, the Akwakim, and the Bunyam who are pushing the truth to believe with sincerity through water and Shalom. As you can see in the article behind this is what the lesson is going to be about. Also partly, the name that I gave the lesson was linked to Yahawah Bashem Yahawashi, because as you see in the headline, this is what they're trying to link to. Valve CEO Gabe Newell's Neuralink competitor is expecting his first brain chip this year. This stealthy startup thinks multiple simultaneous smaller brain implants could be better than one. So they're trying to get you all everywhere. They're trying to really brand you. All right. And a lot of this is just I don't want to say scientific jargon, but a lot of this is just pretty much saying their plan. But the main thing that got me, is they're talking about wireless. It says, but the goal, right? Starfish. Starfish is the name of the. What's the name? Oh, bet the water.
I don't know if it's different though.
It's not different. I wanted them to see it, but the water. So, matter of fact, as y'all can see it on yours, and I'll be able to write that. But the goal says, right? Starfish is smaller and less invasive implant than the competition. One that can enable simultaneous access to multiple brain regions instead of just one site, and one that doesn't require a battery, using just 1.1 milliwatts during normal recording. And who knows what normal recording? Are they recording your brain waves, like, whatever Esau's into? Starfish says it can work with wireless power transmission instead. All right, so they're trying to put the power directly into your brain, directly into your mind, for real. All right, they want people to be linked up to their system. All right, the current specs of the what's the name? One current source for simulating on arbitrary pairs of electrodes. Like they're really trying to, like, they're really crafting things to mess with people's biology, to mess with people in general. All right, but we're gonna go ahead and get some scriptures on this. Start with the first one, sir.
Now this is Revelation chapter 13. I'm starting verse 14. It says,
And this right here is what it's all leading to eventually, because the company that's doing this is a video game company, Valve. You might have seen they got like the tap on the back of the dude's head when you playing a video game. They are doing this.
This is Revelation chapter 13 verse 14. And it says, and deceiveth, no, verse 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast shall be killed. And he causes all, both small and great,
that
rich and
beast,
poor.
it's like that beast is this system that we're a part of right now. This American system that's also ruled by EU and NATO on the topper rungs of the wicked hierarchy. And right now, these lower elites, we've seen it with the whole, they push their rules onto the people, onto the everyday people, onto everyday people that you see, that you interact with, and pretty soon they're gonna cause all, both small and great. Continue.
Okay, well, that can be one.
Okay, so
just like Hellenization, what like the Romans did, Romanization, it's the same way now, which is Americanization. They're pushing their quote unquote, well, no, really it's straight fear tactics. Like how you saw with that with a skibidi pap, and 2020 They want to do the same thing now. You know, they're only continuing the system in the NWO now. You know, and of course further much more. You know, you see Esau is competing on Esau is competing against Esau. Who could be more wicked basically right now? You know, they're making this like the PS4 Xbox One
console wars.
The console wars. It's the wicked wars right now. You know, seeing who can destroy the people first, man. You know, of course it's like a entering of it, but you know, nonetheless, like that's wicked, man. Whereas going into like the low power, it says it has 1 milliwatts total power. So you can goddamn touch it and they got enough power to take your brain over, man. So that jump crazy, man. Esau getting more wicked and wicked. But I'm gonna continue with this. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and it says, "Causes all, both small and great, rich and poor."
Right, small and great is in like famous or not famous, rich or poor. So like, go ahead.
Free and bond.
Con.
You know, you
prison or prison or civilian.
Just like it did in 2020, man.
Exactly.
Either you have to take it or nah. They gonna put you in a chamber or something.
In the prisons, they offer people commissary for getting it.
Yeah.
So
they did the same thing in schools, hospitals, everything.
Now it'd be crazy. It's like it'd be crazy. They offer people prisoners their freedom for taking it.
Now, yeah.
And they'd be like, yeah, when you get out, you be able to just scan it. You know, no money. Yeah, man, you good, man. We living in the future. They were like, okay, all right, cool. Yeah, we gave you 5,000 credits. They're like, oh hell yeah, nigga. Get out of prison, geek. What?
Turn to freaking Android, man. It says free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
And you can see from this article is what they're focusing on the hand as accessibility when you open up doors, when you make payments and stuff like that, and they focus on head when they want to really want to force a thought into your mind. All right, we have to make sure that we don't choose this type of stuff. We have to make sure that we keep it on the forefront of our mind that we have to link to Yahawashi and Yahawashi, stay in tune, stay aligned with the spirit of Yahawashi and Yahawashi in these times, and in these times and times to come. All right, because the same way they're getting ready to drop more stuff with brain and tech interfacing. All right, the more and more you're gonna see people go towards it and go against it as well. But eventually, I was watching the video of Apostle Hard. They're gonna have to pass it through the Supreme Court. All right, because there is going to be a large population of Americans that don't want it, but eventually it's going to be forced upon the people. They're going to cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark. All right. So keep going.
This is Revelation 13, verse 17. It says, "And that no man might buy or sell."
Right. You won't be able to operate and function in society. You won't be able to go to the store and get the things you need. All right, you won't be able to get gas. You won't be able to function in society.
Save he that had the mark.
Right.
Verse 17 again. "And that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name."
Right. All right, and we're coming into those times right now. We're coming into that prophecy right now, as like right before our eyes. All right, pretty soon there's going to be pushed on a large scale upon the people, so they're going to fall in fear. They're going to follow in fear, I should say, and get condemned for judgment. All right, we have to pray that that's not our destiny. We have to pray that our destiny is to be put on immortality, you know. As a matter of fact, is there any more?
No.
All right. This is John chapter 15, chapter 15, so like it. Chapter 15, verse 1. All right, this is John chapter 15, verse 1. It's like it says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. And this is Yahawashi speaking. Yeah, so Yahawashi is the true vine. If you want to like link to anything, you talk about power source. All right, this has no power source, but at the same time, it has a true power source. All right, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. All right, so Yahawah is the tender to the plant, to the vine. Every branch in me, every branch that be in Yahawashi that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. So anything that's not beneficial to Yahawashi is going to be taken away from him. All right, it's going to what they say, how you say it, the text talk, deleted. All right, he taketh away, and every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it. Because if it bears fruit, you want it to continue its bearing of fruit. So you're gonna purge it. Make sure that only it produces only the best of best fruits. Right now, we say that we're of the vine of the Yahawashi. We're gonna have to be purged right now in these times. Not living lofty like ISUPK, IUIC, or GOCC or any of these other false Israelite camps who lift themselves in Moses' seat. All right, we have to make sure that we're of sincerity and in truth. He purgeth it that it may bring forth more fruit. Now we are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Abide in me. Just abide in Yahawashi. Just link to Yahawashi. We have the ability to do it without hardware. All right, look. Think about Invincible. Look at all they have to do just to mimic a fraction of our power. Like, they have to do all that, create all these brain chips to link with something because they're that void of a spirit that they don't have the ability to link with anything. It only has to be physical. That's why they thought of Avatar. You know, that was pretty much what they can only think of. USB sticks and shit like that. They can only think of Esau can't go off the spirit. He can only go off carnality, things that he can see, touch, smell, and stuff like that. All right, but with Yahawashi, everything is spiritual. All right, Shalom. We have some technical difficulties, but we're back. But so link to Yahawashi. All right, that's the true link that we need. That's the true. Matter of fact, let me keep going. Clean, verse 3 of John chapter 15, verse 3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Abide in me. Abide in Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. And in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. It's like a fruit can't be grown from a fruit. All right, a vine has to grow. It's like fruit has to be grown from the vine, and the only true vine that bears good fruit, all right, is Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. All right, not Jesus. All right, not Jesus, not Jesus, not Jehovah. It's Yahawah. He exists in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. That's the name of the Father, and Yahawashi, which means He delivers. The name of the Son. All right, the first Spirit created. All right. I'm stopping at 6. I am the vine, abide in me. All right, this is verse 5. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I am him, and I in him. So like you, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can do nothing. Without Yahawashi, we can do nothing. All right, that's an example to look at is the nation of Edom, because they are so void of the spirit. So they are so void of any spirit, I should say, that they're so carnal that they do all of what they do and call themselves civilized and call themselves natural humans, when they've gone so far away from nature that they can't really be called humans anymore. All right. I thing I always heard our like Jake elders is when you was at a job, we was doing something, and it's like, why don't they just da 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 da? That's too much like right. And they were all talking about the people who were like our managers or were our bosses who were always Edomites.
Oh,
and and it was like, nah, it's too much like right. People they don't want to do the right thing. They want to do the thing that either makes them feel good or that makes them money. So
precept.
Come on, go ahead.
And this is Job chapter 30, verse 8. It says they were children of fools, yet children of base men. They were wiser than the earth, man. This is Esau, the Caucasian race. Ultimately, they cannot get right. You know, they are very poor man. You know, whether you know it or not, just because they have the military, they have their blessing, the sword and oil and gold right now. Then nonetheless, they're nothing but base men. They dwell in caves. They're nothing but but brute beasts. But now they just have the power of their sword, of their power. You know, they have
Father of Devil.
Huh? I mean, yeah, but I mean, they got their missiles and their Melissas and their guns and stuff like that. They got all that stuff, man. They got their underlings working to make Neuralinks and all that stuff and competing by it, you know. But you still not.
They got all them teeth but no toothbrush. Nothing to make them clean. The only way you be clean is with Yahawah Yahawashi.
I get another precept real quick. This is Matthew chapter 26.
We got that locked and loaded.
Chapter 12, verse 26. It says, and Yahawashi knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So they have competitor over the Neuralink. They have division within their country anyways. You know, Republican, Democrat, whatever. Nonetheless, they have nothing but division. So you know Esau not gonna be able to stand, man. If it's still like 1920s, 1940s, they'll probably duke it out. Throw hands, but they not have to do that. Esau old man have to do that. They some old farts now. But nonetheless, they're divided against themselves. You know, they want to have an NWO, but the Lord is going to only let happen for just a little second, for basically just the entering of the might be
right before they fill their belly.
Right before they fill their belly, they gonna have militias. They can crack down doors, man. We gonna be a little anxious, but we know it's the Lord doing nonetheless. And and when them trumpets come, Yahawashi come, that we want him to come in the first place. We got to be ready. That's what Esau bringing, man.
He's gonna have the last spoonful. It's likely to cut you off.
Good.
Esau gonna have the last spoonful, and in his mind he'll be like, "This is gonna be the one that's gonna satisfy me, and everything is gonna be done." And that's when Yahawashi is gonna come.
Yeah.
This is no, you good. John 15:6. If a man abide not in me, he is cast as a branch and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burnt. So, if there's any, no doubt, there's no room for doubt in Yahawashi. There's no reason to look at this, and of course, it's cool as art. No, I won't say it's cool, but it's in the sense that, all right, okay, we know whatever. But spiritually, it's all vain. Spiritually and physically, because physically you gonna put that shit in you, and it's gonna fuck up that's gonna mess up your pH balance. I'm sure having multiple brain chips in your head, that's gonna mess up much more than your pH. That's gonna mess up everything, man. All right. You got another precept?
Well, no, go ahead. No, I did.
Okay. All right.
But is your last one or something?
No, I had two. Oh, you mean get Colossians 2:5 about the shot. So, Con, and that's also a question I would like to ask any member of the IUIC is it against the Lord because they don't believe, the might be, stuff like that. So, is it okay to get one of these freaking valve starfish plants. You know, I want to get into VR. You know, they probably want to do IUIC VR or some shit like that. But no, I will ask them, is it going against the Lord to get those implants? And I'm curious to hear what their a response from one of those members would be, because this is utterly wicked. All right, you don't need the word. You don't need the words "don't take a brain chip" written in the Bible. Like, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You don't want to. You know, if the Lord don't want us to get tattoos, He wouldn't want us to get something that links us up to a dead and vain system. I mean, that's
what was it again?
It's like Colossians 2 and 5.
I'm gonna get it right now.
Come.
This Colossians chapter 2 and 5. It says, "For though I be absent in the flesh, yet I am with you in the spirit."
All right, and when you say that to a person that's not in tune with the spirit, it doesn't really hit. But you really got to be in tune with the spirit to let that sink in, because, and this was Paul, I think, writing something to. Let me go there real quick. He was writing to the church in Colossians, I think. Paul, it was either Peter or Paul. I always forget. I always mix them up. So it was either Peter or Paul writing a letter to the church in Colossians. So he said, "Though I be absent," reread it.
It says, though I be absent in the flesh, yet I am with you in the spirit.
All right. So though not only we as brethren are absent from one another in the kind of Paul with the water. So though we're absent from one another, even Yahawashi, though we're absent from one another in the flesh, we're still with each other in the spirit. All right, the spirit of truth. All right, that links us. I found a brother's page today. Actually, he been teaching for a little bit. And I was watching the videos, and I was like, yeah, I mean, he was teaching. You know, he's giving double honors to GMS. Taught the name Yahawashi, Yahawashi. He you know, seems this is my first time watching his videos, but seems to have a humble and contrite heart. So it's beautiful to see things like that, to see fruit like that flourish. All right, as me, I'm keeping my head down, and you know, working for Yahawashi, Yahawashi. You look up to see another brother plowing the field as well. You know, we're working to usher in the kingdom of Yahawashi, Yahawashi. Did you go to 6?
No, I'm.
All right, go ahead.
This is Colossians chapter 2 verse 5. It says, "For though I be absent in the flesh, yet I am with you in spirit."
Come on, and we have to keep that. All right, we are with one another in the spirit. All right, that temple is being built right now. All right, we have to put that stronghold in our mind. All right, tear down the stronghold of Esau and put and rebuild our minds with different strongholds built by Yahawashi Yahawashi within our mind. All right, a helmet of salvation, a shield of faith. All right, shoes of peace. We have to keep those in our mind. All right, the spirit of Yahawashi Yahawashi, the spirit of truth, the spirit of wisdom that is ever moving than any force. All right, going through different times. All right, keep on.
It says, "Join in beholding your order, and the steadfastness of your faith in Hamashiach."
Right, the steadfastness of your faith in Hamashiach, your faith in the anointed, the faith in Yahawashi. All right, we can. I say it's pleasurable to me to see other brothers teaching and going to camp and doing proper breakdowns and stuff like that, and because you see so much of the gobbledygook, you know, IUIC and all the other stuff. You just see so much of it that it's nice to see the sincere and true. All right.
Sometimes you'll hear somebody say, "Yeah, I seen y'all before."
Mm-hmm.
Nah, hold on now. They're wearing purple and gold. It was not us.
No,
I promise you that they was on Duns or something. Miami, Jacksonville. 5 of them with gazebos, and I don't know, probably give you some I don't know, some Kool-Aid or something. I don't know.
No, they do. Kabashi, like they had a whole food truck.
Yeah, see, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I see food truck. Come go get a plate.
Yeah, no. I'm get it 6.
Come on, go on.
In Colossians chapter 2, verse 6, it says, "As ye have therefore received Yahawashi Mashiach the Lord, so walk ye in him."
Receive, all right. We already have a receiver built in within us. We don't need to put an extra one in us. Yahweh already built us with a receiver. We have to receive Yahawashi so we can tap into the true source, the true power, all right, which is Yahawah. All right, that and the spirit of truth, the spirit of knowledge, wisdom, all right, everything that makes our spirit be quickened with the light of life. All right, did you finish that one?
Yeah, it says, right?
All right, go. This is what you finished it, Sloppy.
Huh? Or do you want to go to 7 or something?
Well,
Okay.
oh, you finished it?
No. I mean, yeah, I went to 6.
Okay, but it's like, this is First Corinthians chapter 15. Oh shoot, chapter 15, verse 50. I'm starting at verse 50. It says, "Now I say this, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahawah." All right, and so flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahawah, cannot go into the spiritual realm. The only one that did that was Yahawashi. That's why he's the exalted. All right. Neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. All right, and this is the update that we're looking for. All right, we talk about Esau wants to talk about what exosuit, Iron Man suit, update. All right, this is gonna be an update that the fearful of Yahawah, the fearful of the Lord are looking for. "Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed." All right, and sleep is death. All right, that's all death is just going to sleep and waking up in a different place. You go to sleep and from this place, and you wake up in the spiritual realm. All right, unto the Father, and giving your judgments of what you did in this life and other lives, if you haven't been judged for those already. All right. We shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. And he's in a twinkle of an eye, but very, very, very. So you have minutes, and then you have nanominutes, which and it takes like a whole bunch of nanominutes to create 1 minute. It's like in computing or something like that. So you have smaller than a nanominute, in the twinkle of an eye. All right. "For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed." All right,
Nanominutes.
nanominutes, like nano. What I say? What I say?
Nanominute?
I say nanominute. It's like it. Nanoseconds create a second,
Yeah.
and then nanominutes like it.
How they judge the races, you know?
Come on.
You can be like 0.028 nanoseconds off of a second or something like that.
The water.
Judge like high speed things.
High speed things. You okay?
Like
Right.
cars or bullets or
Right.
stuff like that. Birds, like them hawks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A hawk can take off a duck head in like half a second. That's crazy.
That shit crazy. So that's small. That's how fast it's gonna be. That's how fast it's gonna be before our brains can even register that it happened. All right. I'm gonna go to 54. We change verse 53. "For this corruptible must put on incorruption." All right. "For this corruptible must put on incorruption." So our corruptible house have put on incorruption. All right, we're gonna have an incorruptible body. Right now we have bodies that are. That's why we glitches. It's like when a person's born with an L-shaped arm or something like that, or when people have genetic or chromosomal or a vitamin or a hormonal deficiency. Those are all corruptions of these vessels. All right, and corruptions of these vessels must put on immortality. All right, "For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality." We have to be changed to bask in the glory of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, to live in the kingdom of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. All right, I want to say, well, yeah, we do have to be changed. We have to be changed. We want to live out that prophecy, live out that glory, and we pray. I pray that I, my brother, and all the brothers that teach out there and sincerity and truth can live that out.
Yeah, what is that?
Con. Verse 54. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, these new bodies. All right, this is a mystery that was written, that's now being shown unto us. New bodies. All right, bodies from the celestial, bodies from the heavens. All right, mortality, saying that shall be brought. Slakia, mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Right, that's what we want. All right, they trying to link to the systems so they can have better video game playing. The fuck, all that technology, all that power that Esau has, and they want to use it for vanity's sake.
Yeah.
All right.
They wanna. I don't know if you've seen the Ray-Ban Meta.
Yeah, those kind of fire.
It's like all over, like any social media page that you use.
That's true. That's true. It has been advertised.
They use it for, you can bet, you can do gambling online. You can, I don't know, probably file a mortgage or something. Do a whole bunch of numerous different things. But that's just the beginning, because that's something that you can take off and put on.
Right.
But it's Neuralink. That's something that's inside you, and that's just part of you that you can use for different things, and it's physically part of you,
And that right there, the fact that the scripture going back to Revelation where it says you can neither buy nor sell, you won't be able to function in society without taking an implant. All right, and they said that, honestly, they said that, but they showed that on a movie called Idiocracy, where he couldn't do anything without having a barcode on his wrist, and the doctor was checking on him. He was, oh yeah, you look pretty fine. All right, yeah, cool. He's all right, now you got to pay for the medical stuff. He's like, just scan your barcode on your wrist. And he was like, oh, you don't got one? He's like, oh, he don't got a barcode. He's like, oh my gosh, and he just started tweaking, and that's how they're gonna be in the times to come. They'll be like, damn, you ain't got no chip. Like, of course, they might not be so. Slocky.
No, you good.
Yeah, but they can be like, you ain't tagged up, bro. And it won't be as dramatic as it was on the movie, but I know there is going to be pushback to when you say, no, I don't want to get tagged up. They're like, damn, bro, how you going? Like, they're going to, it's the same way, like, damn, bro, you don't get your money up. The whole, all that shit. Damn, bro, you ain't get no tag, bro. Ain't get no implant, bro. Nah, bro. I just want to be strictly linked to Yahawah Yahawashi.
In addition, this is Revelation chapter 13, chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So Esau is coming stronger and stronger. He's introducing this stuff slowly. He had his fear tactic that he's been using. Of course, that's always been a factor, man. Esau has to slowly modernize and I ain't gonna say gentrify, but modernize. You like the second industrial revolution. You gotta enter something new into
fourth industrial revolution
into your life, like phone, this and that. Now you got something different. You got Ray-Ban mud. Now you gonna have Neuralink. Now you got something that you have to have. You can't live without, just like your phone. But your phone you can put down. Something is gonna be within you that you cannot put down if you take it. So
because first it started with a pager. Everybody had a pager or a beeper. They were they put in the movies and TV shows. Everybody looked cool with like a little pager. Those phased out. Now only drug dealers and doctors have pagers pretty much because they're on call. And then I guess they went to cell phone, right? Yeah. Pages of cell phone. Yeah. And then from cell phones,
the 90s, like 2000s, 90s.
So Esau wants it to be from pagers to cell phones to this. This is the last step.
And be all. They want us to be their system.
And pretty much this was slavery with extra steps on some Rick and Morty type shit, because the same way that they branded their cattle or branded their slaves back in the day, I'm talking about their human slaves. The same way that they branded their human slaves to show ownership of them, to show that they worked for them, this is the same thing, the same exact thing. A person will get this implant and own nothing. All right, they don't own the system that it's operating off of. Won't own their car. Won't own their house more than likely. If a person has the ability, they won't own their apartment. All right, a person will just be owned and own nothing. All right, but we have to make sure that we're being owned by Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, and we own. Shoot, how's the spirit of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi within us? You know? No. So, Shalom. We pray and hope that this lesson was edifying. We're gonna give all honor and glory and praise to the Father again in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. Call, Alayim, La, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Kodash, Ma'amah. Shalom. Double honor to the elders and apostle, great millstone, rule and teach well. Double honor to our elder world, a hard one by Yasharallah down here in the line in the camp. Let's sit the water to the Akim, Dakwatim, and the Bunyam, the brothers, the sisters, and the children who pushing the truth and believe with sincerity. The water, Shalom.
Shalom.